Hey there guys, what's up? It's Maverick here today with another episode of Chainsaw Man. So last episode we got some action in there and we got a lot of interesting stuff happening, right? Hayakawa, we saw him utilize some of his abilities, that cult thing, which is kind of sort of becoming a meme as well in a lot of different fandoms. Like, I'm a Genshin Impact player, so recently there's this meme with of course Raiden and Yai, but let's not go there. But that was definitely a very impactful scene, but perhaps most importantly is that Denji is just about to realize one of his most important dreams, question mark. Now, to be fair, I'm still a little bit, I'm still on the fence as to whether or not they will actually show this. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would reckon, like, typically the way that these things go is that they don't show what Denji's going to do to power and whatnot, but who knows, right? Who knows? So with that being said, well, let's just get into the episode because, with the reveals in the last episode, I think there are a lot of interesting things that's going to happen. So let's get right into it. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. The fact that they're actually showing this scene leads me to believe that, no, Denji's gonna get cockblocked. Oh, no? Oh, she's fat. That makes a lot of sense because we actually saw her we actually saw her figure in the flashbacks of the past episode. So even at that time, I was wondering whether to point that out or not. But then again, this is sort of like a half. Oh, there's more. Denji's just like, my whole life is a lie. Alright, so at the end of the day, the actual objective is still going to be Makima. But actually, who knows? Like, maybe even this. No. As I was about to say, right? We actually saw her figure, like, she was basically naked, right, in all those flashbacks. But I thought that, okay, maybe she's malnutrition, maybe they're just choosing to depict it that way artistically, since we're not really trying to focus on her body at that time. But, okay, fine, I guess. By the way, I know that a lot of people are mentioning that there's a lot of references to different movies, and particularly, I guess you could say cult movies, in terms of the opening scenes here. Honestly, I couldn't recognize any of the movie references. I'm not that big of a movie watcher. To me, actually, it seemed more like they were making a balls joke more than anything else. I could be wrong. Right, because golden balls, right, and the egg. No, movie references, that's one thing. I'm still quite convinced that this opening here is really a balls joke. All right. Oh. Really? You stayed? Okay, he's lost his meaning of life now. Yeah, he's lost all motivation. I'm kind of curious though. Why would power, like, Why would she care about that? Why would she want to wear pads? I don't. Okay, I guess this would be enough for him to regain his. He's like, my whole life is a lie. That's a good way of putting it, Denji. Hey, he's learning. He's actually learning, right? You know, that is a surprisingly accurate description of a lot of things in life. And here I was just like, he has a lot of. Okay, never mind. Oh. Okay. You know, there are some people that believe hand holding like this is one of the lewdest things in the world. Makima is certainly making a very good case for that theory. Well, at least he got the power up that he needed. Oh, I was actually. Congratulations, Denji. That's the real thing. Holy shit, Makima. The gun devil. I'll properly reward you. Okay, so is this? I'm guessing this is gonna be a long-term thing, right? This isn't because I feel like this kind of promise is like way too big. Completely wrapped around her. He was gonna say sex. Hmm. Wait, is that 9/11? Or at least some kind of reference to it? But obviously the timing is not quite correct, right? This definitely doesn't look like it's set in the 2000s. What is this? Who is this? Why are we looking at this? Okay, so is a devil gonna come out or something? Hmm? Because of the gun devil? Holy crap. Okay, that kind of got. I was like, what the actual fuck? 1.2 million. Is that like even. That's even stronger than atomic bomb. What the hell? With the power of boobies, yes! Yeah, this seems like a long term kind of thing, actually. Hmm. Sorry, I'm once again reminded of Jujutsu Kaisen because of this setting here. Like, seriously, did the offer? You know what? Never mind. Oh, a Salmon Devil, hmm? Oh, so that's okay. Okay, I was actually kind of thinking whether or not it was him, but hard to say, right? Wait, so Hayakawa's American? So these. This is the team? Alright. Kind of like a weird introduction. You know, just throwing everything into the frame. Oh. Oh my god. They're just like, this is heaven! That's a good point, actually. Oh. Alright. This girl definitely takes after Makima, eh? Alright. Kobeni. Hmm. So this is a business with a high mortality rate, eh? I mean, I guess that was to be expected, and Hayakawa already said it so back in the second episode. I recognize that voice. Kenjichiro. Okay, so I guess these two have similar backgrounds. Losing loved ones. Yeah. So why are you doing this, girl? So basically, all the normal humans, uh, probably. Hmm? Hello. Oh, that was fast. Huh? What exactly is she manipulating, though? I don't think that's it. A ghost devil? Yeah, I figured this wouldn't be the one. Oh, that is interesting. Oh, back to the same place. Hmm. Okay. A space devil? I think that's a way. A maze devil? Hmm. This girl really needs to get it. Oh, and yet another ending. Wow. Huh. And the main. Yeah, I was like, this is kind of like one of the. Oh, illusion devil, maybe? Right? Because that's a classic illusion, right? Looking like you're climbing up, but in actuality, it's just walking in a circle. Pseudo. Yeah, another bopper of an ending song. Alright. Interesting. I'll see you guys after this. Alright guys, that was episode 5 of Chainsaw Man, and man, where to begin? It seems that there's a lot to talk about, but at the same time there's not that much to talk about because a lot of it is just, self-explanatory to things on scene, if you will. But let's still try anyway, shall we? So let's go through this chronologically, actually. So at the beginning, with power and all that, sure, fine, we got bamboozled, right? Denji got bamboozled. I mean, and it really answered the question directly, like, is Denji going to be, cock-blocked like a lot of these sort of shonen mangas typically like to portray the main characters, right? So clearly this is not going for a pure shonen route, right? It's definitely a little bit more higher age than that. Probably this is a seinen or something like that, something that's a little bit higher on the demographic range. But even with that being said, right, that's so we established that power, the bamboozlement, like, I wondered that actually in the last episode when we saw the flashbacks of her with the little kitty, right? But at that point, I actually did recognize or realize that, but it wasn't exactly the appropriate time to bring that up, right? However, I later chalked this up to something like, okay, maybe at that time she was malnourished or something like that. Maybe she got a lot better, having some good food, having, nice warm beds and all that kind of stuff. And not to mention, we were also kind of misled by the opening, right? Because there's clearly a scene in the opening where we see her wearing, actually wearing a bikini, right? Even though you could argue if that is real or not, but still, we were definitely bamboozled by all of this, right? So, with that being the ender, I'm just like, okay, man, whatever you say. Like, why? Humor me this. Why would a devil or a fiend, if you will, like, why would she care about how big her breasts look? And is this really something that she goes for? Okay, fine. If that's how you're going to portray it, then that is that, right? I mean, she certainly didn't seem to be self-conscious of her own body while she was out there, lazing around the woods and having a grand old time. So what the hell? But all right, it is what it is. Fine. We get that. Moving on, right? And then the scene with Makima. Now. I am not surprised at all that Makima would use this kind of method to sort of like motivate Denji. The good sounding word is motivate, right? The more negative sounding word would be manipulate. And they're kind of two sides of the same coin here. But I could totally see, like, this is completely in character with how I find Makima to be, right? How I find her, the aura that she gives off, the way that she does things. I feel like I'm not surprised by this at all. However, I am surprised by one thing. That is, so I'm not surprised that she's using this as a motivation to motivate Denji in order to do something. However, I do find it quite weird that, I was kind of expecting her to dangle the bait in front of Denji a little bit longer, right? Like for instance, the hand holding and the sort of like close to whispering, that kind of sensual kind of stuff. Going through the ears, the lips, the cheeks, and all that. I thought that she was going to stop at the actual boob fondling just because, this is not yet the time for it, right? I thought that this was, you first have to give like some sort of goal to him first, and then just give him a little bit of taste and really tease him in order to motivate him to do stuff. As it turns out, they already moved past that, and now the actual reward at the end is sex, right? So I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit, they're like really just driving right into it, which is, I guess you could also say, a good thing. It definitely doesn't seem like a series that tries to draw things out, if you will. It's just that I'm kind of unaccustomed to this because to me the more logical progression would be for Denji to really prove himself in some first major battle first, in an actual incident, right? Like this one, which is clearly something related with the end goal of finding the gun devil, and like maybe after this mission or after one of those really high level missions, then you get this reward, and then you eventually move on to the final reward, which is sex. That feels like a much, I don't know, I maybe it's just a symptom of other series, other mangas or animes, or just a symptom of playing RPGs. They're supposed to be like a progression system, right? And now that yeah, I just feel like maybe there would be something else to work for, and not to just give in so immediately. But it is what it is. I am kind of curious as to Makima's entire stake in this. Like, I gotta be honest, like, her backstory is definitely the one that I'm most intrigued by, right? But it's also obviously something that I don't think we were going to see until much later on. But I could be wrong, alright, since they are clearly willing to accelerate the series and accelerate the progression. So maybe even in this season, we will be able to see what Makima's backstory is, why she's so motivated to do all of this, and potentially also see like her actual abilities as well. So yeah, that's that. In regards to Gun Devil, like, again, not too much to comment on. It seems to be like parroting, some modern day stuff, even though I think it clearly doesn't really seem like a modern day setting. It really, to me, it feels much more like the 80s or 90s rather than the 2000s or 2010s or the nowadays, right? The modern times. But who knows? Like, maybe it's just taking some inspiration from some of the events that happened in the past, and I mean, we don't necessarily have to have it like one-to-one direct relation with the modern day, right? And a gun causing so much, well, I guess, right, again, they're going through the entire perception thing, right? But I don't know, I feel like obviously this is the author's perception of these sort of like relative kind of stuff. I mean, to me anyways, a gun shouldn't have a power of like 1.2 million times the power of, like, let's say, I don't know, like a chainsaw devil or a bat devil or a blood devil, if you will. Like, I don't really think, like, if that's the if that's the extent of a gun devil, so what exactly is the extent of like a bomb devil or like an atomic or a nuclear devil or something like that? Wouldn't let the entire Earth just directly be exterminated just like that? So I don't know. I feel like it's getting kind of ridiculous here, but okay, whatever floats the author's boat, right? And then beyond that, obviously we have a little bit of oh, actually, before we get into that part, so the having the bullets and all that stuff, right? So again, I feel like this is drawing very much inspiration from Jujutsu Kaisen, with the fingers and all that. Like, the way that they portray it is even quite similar as well, right? So, and I feel like the author himself probably also would fully admit that there are some stuff that he's taking inspiration from in terms of this series. So I don't think this should be offending to anyone to point this out at this point in time. And I mean, it is real, right? It is realistic. Like, you can't look at this and not see the similarities between the two. So that's that. Moving on. The backstory for Hayakawa, again, it's like a lot of things happen, but at the same time, I feel like that's it, right? So we know his backstory, we understand his backstory. Now, why the heck he needs to tie his hair up into a top knot or whatnot, like where did inspiration come from? That, still TBD, but at least, yay, we got his backstory. And honestly, I was expecting, I don't know whether I should feel that his backstory is, don't get me wrong, it's sad, right? And definitely the scene in it was quite unexpected. Like, the house was gone, boom, just like that. It was certainly unexpected. But to be honest, I was actually thinking more that what Hayakawa witnessed was that literally a devil, killing his parents and his family directly in front of him. Like, not something like that, where everything was over in a second and you don't really get to see the gore, the blood, and all that stuff. I was actually thinking that what Hayakawa went through was that, literally getting face to face with a devil, or seeing with his own eyes his family being torn to pieces by the devils, and that generates that kind of like hatred and whatnot inside him, right? So don't get me wrong, like, the end result is the same, right? But I definitely feel like there is an aspect of visual impact in it that maybe this one, I wasn't expecting this kind of a portrayal of his family situation, if you will. Not to say that it's not good or it's not a good backstory. It's just that kind of unexpected to me. I didn't think that they were going to go through this direction, right? And definitely if I think the biggest takeaway from all of this is that Hayakawa definitely has his own personal vendetta against the Gun Devil, right? Because this is like, it's not only just his hatred for devils and whatnot. For Gun Devil, this is actually personal, right? Because of his because that's literally what killed his parents. So we got that to look forward to as well. And the rest of the squad, I don't know. Like I'm not really. I think at this point in time, we're still a little bit too early on into the actual episode or the actual introduction. I'm not going to comment too much on their personalities or their abilities or whatnot at this point in time. I feel like we need a few more episodes to get acquainted with them and for me to actually remember their names. I'm very bad with names, so let's just give it a few more episodes before I say too much on that. And I guess finally, what is this devil, right? What exactly is this devil? Like, it definitely, this kind of like a looping kind of thing and whatnot. I feel like this could be a good mini-game here, right? Trying to guess what exactly the devil is representative. Is it a maze devil? Is it a sort of an illusion devil? Is it sort of like an abstract devil or something of that sort? You can clearly, like, I feel like it definitely has a general theme going for it, right? This particular devil. It's just hard to find like one word to describe all of it together. And not to mention, I feel like some of the things that they are named after is a little bit abstract as well. Like for instance, the slug devil didn't really seem to me like a sorry, not slug devil, a leech devil. Didn't really seem to me looking like a leech devil, if you will. I mean, the Bat Devil is kind of obvious. The Blood Devil can utilize blood. Chainsaw Man, chainsaw. Those kind of things are obvious, right? The Gun Devil, I don't think was really all that obvious. Like, if you were to ask me, I definitely would not guess in a million years that would be a Gun Devil, right? So that would be. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Like, it could be anything, but I think we have a somewhat of a grasp of this particular devil's abilities. It apparently can manipulate space, right? Yeah, I think that's all we can go on, and hopefully in the next episode we will get to see the rest of the squad also use a little bit more of their abilities, and then we can make our first impressions based on that instead. Alright, I think we touched on all the bases for this episode, so hopefully this was fun for you guys. It was fun for me, definitely. And the ending song, fire. And I definitely feel like the ending song that is related to this devil as well, right? They have a lot of abstract paintings and abstract figures and whatnot going on, so that's why, it's, like, would it be an art devil? That's kind of, or a modern art devil, right? I feel like that this could be a good exercise as well, to think of like what kind of stuff can be devilified and make, have some unique abilities and whatnot. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent here. So that is it for now. Thank you guys. I will see you guys next time. Until then, bye bye.